Hello and welcome to the Blackburn End match reaction from the Blackburn Rovers versus Stockport County Carabao Cup first round game. I'm just back from the game. I was hoping to do a reaction at the ground, but it was just a little bit noisy towards the end of the game. It just wouldn't have worked. So back from the game, obviously Rovers have won 6-1. Very, very comfortable. I'll just quickly run you through the teams. We started with quite an experienced team. Quite a strong team, really, especially considering the reports that Stockport were going to play a young team and an inexperienced. And they did. I think they had 4 debutants, all young lads. Rovers started with Edgeley Park in goal. We had Callum Britton at right back, Hayden Carter at centre half, partnered by Danny Bath, making his debut, his full debut, and Harry Pickering at left back. Then had John Buckley and Sondre Tronstad. We had Andreas Weimann on the right-hand side, Sammy Smodics just behind the front man, Arne Sigurdsson on the left-hand side, and Yuki Ohashi out front. Now, I'll just run you through the events if you're not familiar. 8 minutes in, Sammy Smodics scored. Andreas Weimann on 22 minutes. Sammy Smodics on 25. Yuki Ohashi on 31. And at half-time, it was 4-0 Blackburn. Running through that first half, Edgeley Park may as well have been sat with me. Absolutely nothing to do. I thought the defence looks solid. Danny Bath looks like a really good addition. If we get an injury to Carter or Hyam and it's long-term, I am not worried about that whatsoever. I think he really marshalled that defence really well, especially in the second half, and I'll come on to that in a second. John Buckley, lots of touches. Difficult to tell, really. I think he's brought the record tonight. He said since records began, he's had the most touches of any Rovers player and had 7 key chances, or whatever the chance creation, whatever the terminology that they use is. He had a decent game, did John Buckley tonight. It was nice to see him back. Obviously, lots of support from the Rovers fans. But generally speaking, the back line did what they had to do in that first half and gave us some threats going forward. Pickering and Britton giving us lots and lots of width once again. We'll go into the front 3 just behind Yuki Ohashi. Andreas Weimann showed his experience. Comfortable finish, looked a threat, always in space, really, when it was right to be, but then came inside when he was needed there. He's going to be a shrewd signing. Said it on the pod the other day, he is. Sammy Smodics, surprise starter. Took 8 minutes to score. Good goal. Sammy was Sammy. I think the AFL put a tweet out saying, water is wet, Sammy Smodics is scoring. That's all you needed to know. Arne Sigurdsson on the left-hand side. I am mainly talking about the first half, but generally all game for Arne Sigurdsson. Quite quiet. I talked to the Stockport lads in the preview saying I thought he might be one of the players that came to 4 in this game. I'm worried about Arne Sigurdsson. Clearly plenty of talent there, but he's just not bringing it week in, week out. And actually, is he doing it even when he's getting these chances? You know, the Carabao Cup game, we've won 6-1. You would have expected Arne Sigurdsson to score, look like scoring, be massively involved, and he wasn't. I am worried about Arne Sigurdsson. And then Yuki Ohashi up front in the first half, certainly not frightened to use his body to try and hold those defenders off. He's not that slight. He can win a free kick. Goes down a little bit too easy, but, you know, he generally wins the free kick with it, so we'll let him off. Willing to get his shots away. Link-up play is pretty decent. Probably quieter than his little cameo the other night. But a header, I mean, he was unmarked, but it was a good glancing header. I think Yuki Ohashi is going to be a player who will definitely add something to our forward line. Whether on tonight's evidence he will get in ahead of Gay, I'm not quite sure. We'll come into the second half. So we made 2 changes at half-time. So Cal McFadzean came on. Hayden Carter went off. Obviously, he played 90 minutes the other day, Carter. Danny Bath moved over to the right-hand side centre-half. And Leo Duru came on for what I believe is his professional debut. Somebody I rate really high. I saw him in the under-21 game away at those who shall not be mentioned down the road. At their training ramp, really impressed me. Every time I've seen him, he's really strong going forward. And Duru came on at half-time. Looked a little bit nervy for a couple of minutes. Nothing out, amazingly. Nothing worrying, really, but he was just a little bit edgy. You could tell, taking those first few touches, understandably so. really grew into the game. Drove forward in the second half, willing to take his man on. He's got pace, he's got power. I think there's something to work there with Leo Duru. I really do. And a great song too. We were singing the Duru is on fire. So yeah, everyone loves a champ. And then as we got to around the 60-minute mark, we made another 3 subs. So off went Sammy Smodics, off went Sondre Tronstad, and off went Andreas Weimann. On came Jack Vale, who played the right of the front 3. We kept Yuki Ohashi up front, and I'm just trying to go through now. He played it went sort of the 10 role. Then Maktar Gay came up and played that number 9 role. Lewis Travis came on for Sondre Tronstad, just about resting the legs really there. Gay came on, contributed really well, looked lively, got the ball at his feet, got a good shot away earlier into his appearance, scored, got to threat in the air. I think Gay's going to be the main man this year. I really do. Jack Vale came on out wide. I think it might be time for Jack Vale to move on. Got his goal. It was a good finish, but I think it might be time for Jack Vale to move on. We also had Lewis Travis came on. Did what Lewis Travis does, really. But yeah, in terms of the second half, we had, obviously it was 4-0 at half time. We decided to let John Buckley score an own goal. It just kind of hit him from where we were. We were really low down. It was difficult to tell, but it was never going to be anything more than a consolation. But it was a set piece. It was a corner, and that is something we're going to have to cut out. But then Maktar Gay steps up, corner, bobbled around a bit, goal. And then Jack Vale from a really, really tight angle. If you watch it, it was an impressive finish, to be fair. In the 88th minute, rounded it off. 6-1, really comfortable evening for Rovers. I think one of the surprise omissions was Dylan Markande. Apparently, he's in talks to leave the club. But one of the surprise men was Sammy Smodics. So that tells me that Sammy Smodics is firmly in Rovers' first team plans, that there's no imminent transfer out, and actually that the aim of tonight was to get Sammy Smodics 60 minutes to get him back up to speed. So, yeah, I think we need to strengthen 3 or 4 areas, and hopefully that's not relying on the Sammy Smodics money, but having Sammy Smodics, who's now scored 3 and 2 already in, well, he's played 60 minutes tonight. What was it, half an hour the other? So he's played 90 minutes and scored 3 goals so far this season. It's not bad, is it? So hopefully he's proven he's not a one-season wonder, as the doubters were saying. And hopefully that's in a Rovers shirt. But we do still need to strengthen. I think Harry Pickering played well again tonight. I worry if he gets a knock. I don't think we've got a replacement down there at all. Jay Batty's not even on the bench tonight. Midfield, we've got Buckley, we've got Tronstad, we've got Travis. JRC could potentially play there, but we're again very, very light. And Ticketson. I was hoping this was going to be his season. He could have a good pre-season. I like him. He's got the talent. I just don't know if it's going to come off for Arne Sigurdsson at Blackburn Rovers. Hopefully it does. For those who aren't aware, the draw for the second round, all the big guns and some relegated Premier League teams from last year will be in the draw. I think it's all apart from those in Europe that will be in the draw tomorrow after the game, I believe. So about 10 o'clock Wednesday evening, the draw for the second round will take place. So thank you for listening. Like and subscribe. Remember, the pod is back. The pod is now out. We've got a preview with Norwich coming up. I think that'll be released on Friday. And we've done our away ground guide where you might, if you've never visited a ground before, you might Google, where do I park? Where's the best place to eat? Do I need to avoid anywhere? We're just trying to get that as a video feature. So that should be out tomorrow for you. But yeah, hope you're liking what we are bringing to the channel. If there's anything you'd like to see, let us know. Anything you're enjoying, you want more of, let us know. We'll always try our best. But thank you very much. And like and subscribe, please, please do. Tell your friends. I've still met a couple of people tonight who didn't know we've moved over from Rovers Chat. So please let everyone know. But that is all from me, and a lovely evening at Edgeley Park.